Hey, hi, good morning, everyone. I hope it's clear to everyone. Let us start the session today. So, last class, basic class, we have seen what is the meaning of testing and how many types of testing. Types of testing, as I mentioned, there are so many different types, but for now, we are concentrating on manual testing and automation testing. That is clear, I believe. And last week, we have seen what are the prerequisites for the testing. Again, I repeat if some of you were absent during the last session. So it's basically for manual testing. The main prerequisite is a kind of, Microsoft Excel skills only and understanding about the documentation. So some of the Microsoft Office skills like Microsoft Word and Excel is very important, and sometimes you may need to present to the teams. So in that case, presentation using the slides and all these PowerPoints you will have to be very good with that skills. And then moving forward, now today's session we are going to see the main manual testing course. Okay. So I put in the slides here, and just to inform you that all the slides will be shared with you in a folder, so which is commonly shared to all the students. So usually after the class, after any class, any particular class, we'll be uploading the material that we went through during the session. Okay. If any doubts, please do pause me and then let me know what is the doubt regarding. Otherwise, usually once I complete the session, so last 5 to 10 minutes will be like some question answers. So we'll open the floor for question answers. There you can ask me whatever doubts you want to clarify. Yeah. So with that, let's quickly start the session for today. So basically, before going to the actual testing, you need to understand some of the terminology in technology. Okay, so basically, software. Everywhere we are hearing software, software, but what is it exactly? Of course, as I mentioned, this course is designed for the beginners. So if anyone of you know all these things, just bear with us like 1 or 2 sessions so that we can give the basic concepts to all the students. Okay, software is a set of data or programs used to operate computers or any other machine. So, for example, imagine there is a phone company. So, the phone is designed. It's just actually when you design the phone, it's just like an empty box. Okay, so you don't have anything inside. What is that anything inside is the software. If you don't have any software in the phone, you will not be able to use it. It's just a blank phone. Okay. So just similarly, like if you buy a TV, if imagine that you don't have any connection or anything, then it's simply a box, right? So like that, if you don't have any software, you will not be able to use that machine. So here computer means you can understand it's a machine, right? So this software is written by developers. So many of you know that so many people are working in the software companies, meaning they are designing this software, they are designing the programs needed for the software. Okay. So software is a set of data or programs. Software is not a small thing. It could be a set of so many hundreds of programs, thousands of programs like that. Again, if you see what is a program, program is again a set of instructions, set of commands. So if you see like some of you may be knowing about Java, C, C++. For example, I'll show you here. See, if you see this kind of things, this is called these are all called the instructions. Every line will represent instruction. So set of these instructions will be a program. So whatever you are seeing on the screen, this one I can tell that this is a program. So similarly, there are thousands of programs may make up one software application. So that is the meaning of software and program. Okay. And also one more thing, just general knowledge, like computer can understand a machine language. Machine language will be usually in the binary language, because this also called bits also we can say that, okay, bits are like 1 and 0. 0 or 1 is called as bit. So binary design. Okay, actually the computer can understand only the machine language. So whatever the program that you are seeing, we have written in kind of English, right? Of course, every program will have to follow certain rules. Like there should be a semicolon, there should be a bracket, something like that. Every program will follow basic syntax rules, we say, basic rules. Similarly, so when we write like this, the computer, there are so many things happening back end, like compilers, interpreters, and all these things. They will convert this language into zeros and ones. I'll show you one more example for binary language. See, binary language example will be something like that. See, everything will be in zeros and ones. So, whatever the programmer writes in English, similar to English language, it's not English, similar to English language, that is converted to machine language, which is zeros and ones. Then, computer will process it. So once it processes, again it will give the answer in zeros and ones only, because computer cannot understand English or anything. So again, these zeros and ones are converted back to our human readable language. Human readable language means some programming language, whatever we are seeing, like Java, C, C++, and all these things. Okay. So this is about the machine language. Going to the next slide. So now coming to the software testing. What is the software testing actually? So we know that some developers are designing a software. Some developers are designing a set of programs which is called a software. Once they develop it, they need to go through a proper testing. Whatever program they have developed, it has to go through proper testing. If not, what will happen? For example, I'll tell you one example. Just imagine the ATM machine that we're all trying to withdraw money or deposit money and everything. Okay. So with that, what's going to happen? So ATM machine is designed by the developers. Think that they just designed and nobody tested it properly. Imagine I just want to withdraw a $50 note. Then I'm facing so many issues. Then, do you think any other person will come to use the ATM next time? No, right? So, the product quality is depending on the proper software development. At the same time, testing is also equally important than the development. Sometimes testing is much more important than the development, because developer from his brain he will develop. But testers means actually the users. User means whoever is using the software. For example, people who are using ATM machine, there can be thousands of personalities, right? I believe you all will agree with me. There's thousands of personalities. Some people will click on $50 note. Then again, they will go back, they will come back, $100, they will press, they will close it. There can be any kind of mindsets that they are using the software. With this, so testing should be from all the users' perspective. We need to try the software. So, and also software testing is very important. Otherwise, the product is not qualified into the market. Before releasing the application to public, it should go through proper testing. In many times, I will be using this word like releasing to public, releasing to users, meaning, for example, software, they are designing a new machine, okay? New machine which can give us a same thing, which can give us, let us say, like printing papers. It can give us a printer, right? Whenever you key in some things like photo printer you have, right? Similarly, they design a machine. Okay, that machine, if you want to go to the public, means if you want to sell in the market, it needs to go through the proper testing before putting into the market. That is called releasing to the public. Means users are ready to buy the product, and product is available to the users in the market. Okay, so software testing is a method to check whether the product matches with the expected requirement. What is the expected requirement? So for what you have designed that product, So that is called the expected requirement. So that software testing, we need to test to see whether the product is meeting with the expected requirement. Okay. I hope so far I'm clear. If anything can ask me, then okay. And then while testing this software, while testing this product also we will use many a time. Product is nothing but whatever the application they are doing. Like let us say if it is a ATM machine is one product. If they're doing, WhatsApp is a product. Like that you can understand for now. So this is called a product testing. And also it involves both manual testing as well as automation testing in software testing. Okay, we have two different types of testing. Manual testing, executing the components manually, or using automated tools to evaluate their properties. So there are two things. So main goal of software testing is to identify errors or missing requirements in comparison to the actual requirements. Okay, this is the main thing. So whether we can identify the errors or if any missing requirements are there, the product. So this is the main goal of software testing. So what is the main importance of software testing? Software testing is to ensure the product reliability, security, and high performance. And also it will help us while doing the software testing. So we are saving so many things for the product quality, like time saving. Time saving beforehand, before going to the public, we are testing the product, means it saves so much time. After releasing to the public, if you come across so many issues, then you have to go back again, test it, fix it, test it, fix it. So it's actually saving your time and cost effective also. If you are beforehand only, if you are testing it properly and releasing it to the public, then it's really a good idea. If not, then you need to hire so many testers because it's very important, right? Once the product goes to live in the market, then you don't have time to fix it. You need to fix it immediately. You know, right? Many, I think, not so recently, but sometime back, there was a scenario where we were not able to get money from ATM machine. Imagine the effect, like we are just seeing from our side. Otherwise, like millions of people are all using this kind of machines, right? Just imagine how many people might have been affected by that. So once after the after the product is in market, then how much time, how much effort, and how much cost is needed to test it and to fix it, right? So these are the things. And also one more thing is customer satisfaction. If the product is not validated by the customer, oh my God, what's wrong with this? I don't want to use this product anymore. So that satisfaction is very important for any kind of product. Okay. Then coming to the software testing, we have basically two types of testing. One is manual testing and one more is automation testing. So manual testing, what we will do? We will actually test the application manually. For example, we have WhatsApp function, right? Many times in our tutorial, we'll be using the WhatsApp function because everyone is familiar with this one, right? So let us say that WhatsApp owner came up and he wants to put the reels inside WhatsApp. Now Facebook has reels, Instagram has reels. Why don't we put that in WhatsApp also so that people will start using WhatsApp more frequently than any other application. So I just want to add a reels function in the WhatsApp. Okay. So when this product is ready for testing, so what the user will do usually, he will take the WhatsApp application in his hand and try it manually. Try the WhatsApp application Reels function manually. He will press the Reels button. He will press something like, check the photo or video or something like that. So we are actually acting as the main users and then we are doing the testing. So that is called the manual testing. It's a traditional method. So users will test it himself manually. Whereas automation test means it is done by some kind of programming. So whatever functions we are doing, we write the script. Okay, I'm going to press plus button now. I'm going to upload an album or photo or video from album. So these kind of steps is coded in a programming language. So which is taken care by the automation testing. So when you check it, it will go automatically. So that is called automation testing. Then, okay, coming to so this course, we are actually going to follow the manual testing. So once after the manual testing, then we will go through the automation testing if any of you are interested. So we can continue like this. And just to give you an add-on knowledge on this, previously until last year, there were not no automation testers needed in the market. I mean, there were, but very few. But this year, we are looking at many automation testing vacancies. So with that, there is an increase in demand in the automation testers as well. But to start with the automation tester, a person should be able to know what is the main basics of testing, and they should know the manual testing, because even though automation testing is available, 100% automation is not possible. So they have to know both manual testing as well as the automation testing. So these kind of things are very important. All the basics, foundation testing and automation testing also, what is the basic testing that is needed? Everyone should be able to know these things. Okay. So these are the things. That is the reason why we are learning manual testing now. So if this course will be continuing to the automation testing as well later. Okay. And just to give you a brief knowledge, 1 second, let me see if I'm getting recorded or not. Okay, yeah, it's getting recorded. Yeah, thank you for that clarification. Okay. So, and then automation testing is usually, as mentioned, automation testing uses special automated testing tools to execute test cases. Okay. So tools for automation testing, we have Selenium, Q2P, JMeter, Load Runner, Testing, Quality Center. There are so many other tools as well. But Selenium and all, like, these kind of things are based on programming languages, kind of Java and all those things. Whereas JMeter, load runner, these things we can tell that is a performance testing. Again, in automation testing, we have different types. One is for the functional testing and one more is performance testing. Functional testing is like, for example, WhatsApp or Reels function is there. So we are testing, that means we're testing the function of the WhatsApp. Whereas if you want to know the speed, if you want to know the performance of the application, like how fast we are able to retrieve the response when we click on any button, how many users are using it at the same time, like WhatsApp function, how many users are using it. All these kinds is called performance testing. So for performance testing, we are going to use JMeter or load runner to test the speed of the application. Okay. So this is a part of the automation testing as well. Okay. So just one key point to know is automation testing is executed by tool while manual testing requires human intervention. So that is the main difference between manual testing and automation testing. So I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, now going to the actual types in manual testing. Manual testing, we have so many different types like unit test, integration test, system test, UI testing and all these things. But just to give you a very brief category about manual testing, basically we have two things. One is the functional testing and one more is UI testing. This is add-on knowledge. I mean, we don't need that much in the interviews. So functional testing means function. You can understand that it's actually a function testing. So imagine just the same example that I gave you in WhatsApp, Reels function. If you are checking on the Reels function, like pressing the plus button, pressing the Reels button, selecting a gallery, either album or video, everything. That is called the functional testing. Whereas UI means just check and whether the button is placed properly, or suppose if you see the WhatsApp, you have no the bottom like chart, everything like status, everything. Are they in particular horizontal line? Are they same? Are they showing the uniform layout or not? Or the icons are here and there, it's a kind of messy things. So that is called UI interface. Maybe one example I'll show you. Okay, maybe Gmail only will take. For example, Gmail login we take, okay? Okay, I think this one I have this. Okay, this is called the okay, just to let you know the UI testing. So this kind of buttons, are they properly aligned? Are they neat enough? Are they using the corporate colors? Are they like when you see the same website on mobile and all the things, whether the images are aligned properly or not? This is called a UI testing, user interface. User interface is nothing but how a user is interacting with the application. That is called the user interface. Okay. Functional testing, I told you how actually the function is working. So that is called the functional testing. Okay. And just to give you an add-on knowledge, like command line interface and graphical user interface, there are two things of this. Previously, I mean, when we are nowadays, we are all using either Windows or Mac, right? Mac is actually called Macintosh. Whenever we are using a computer, there is an operating system behind. So, how the computers are working? With the help of operating system. So this operating system can be Windows or some other thing. Previously, there was no Windows, imagine. So only the option like to interact with the computer, people used to write the commands to interact with the computer. Just to open a file, they have to write so much because it was very hard to interact with the machine, right? So that time, I mean, I'm talking about the days where there were no Windows, all these things. So programmers used to learn these particular languages like DOS, Unix, and Linux. There are so many other things. They have to learn this and they have to write the commands. Then only they can interact with the computer. Okay. Whereas graphical user interface means, for example, Windows. How we are telling, okay, this one is a DBS website, I know. This one is the mailbox, I know. Looking at the icons itself, we can identify, right? And also looking at the icon, this is cross, this is closing, this is like minimizing, and this is like Bluetooth. Looking at the graphics, we can easily find out what is the application about, right? So I will show you one more thing like CLI, command line interface. Command line interface looks like this. See? So this is the language that users has to type in to open a computer, to read a file, to go to gallery, to go to desktop version. All this you need to learn and then you need to write. Then only the computer will listen to you. Okay. It's a text-based user interface. Whereas once Windows came into picture, everything is changed because Windows is so easy, right? So from the graphics itself, you can identify like how to open a window, how to close a window, and all these things, right? Am I right? I mean, looking at the images here, you can find out. So this is like a, this is WhatsApp. This is like, this kind of Chrome and all these things. So even a primary one and primary two students can easily operate the computer. How is this possible? This is possible by using graphical user interface. All right. Then going to the next step. Okay. Understanding the steps in manual testing. Okay. So somebody asked last week, right? How do we know what exactly to be done? Yes, this is very, very important concept. Whenever you are joining any testing job, any application, you need to understand the application, what exactly you are going to do it. Okay. For example, if you join any bank, let us say DBS Bank. So what is the application of DBS? You need to understand clearly. So which one you are going to test it? Are you going to test all the things? What is your role there? Then you need to understand about the products of the bank. Product means like bank can be one product. Bank in essence here will be deposits and all this. Cards can be one more product. Cards in the sense will have so many things: savings account, corporate account, investment account, so on so. So all these things you need to understand before testing, because if you don't understand the application, then how you are going to test it? That's why application knowledge is very, very important. So sometimes what will happen, you will be joining the company at the initial stages when the project is about to be started. That time it's easy for you because you will have some kind of proof, means some kind of documents, what exactly you are going to test it. Because how this one will work? For example, I am the WhatsApp owner. Okay, same example I will take it. I want to create a Reels function in WhatsApp. So I will tell the developers, team, I just want to enhance this function. I just want to include the Reels function in my WhatsApp. Then, okay, then they will ask you, how do you want to function it? Can you give some description? Then I will explain. Okay, I want to put a green color button here. When you click on it, it should come the plus symbol. When you click on plus, it should be able to open up with the choices, whether photos or videos or audio or something like that. So that thing I will document properly, because I cannot just tell them like verbally, because it's a team, right? Not a single person. And also that person may quit from this current job and he can join somewhere else. New persons will keep on coming. So I always need to document it. That application documentation is very important for you to understand what application you are going to test it. Okay, that knowledge is very, very important. Even if you have joined in the middle of the project, you need to go through this particular document. Suppose some companies, if you really can't find the document, then you will check with the team members and team managers. Can you give me a KT session? Means knowledge transfer session, so that you will understand the application thoroughly. Okay, so review the software, that is called the BRD documentation. So whenever a business is requesting a particular thing, business means we can understand it's the owner of the product. Suppose for WhatsApp I'm the owner, so I can be called as a business person for the WhatsApp. So I will put them into a proper document. So what is the business requirement document is given by me to the developer team. That is called BRD. Okay. So BRD, there should be there for any tester, you need to go through it. Then after you understand the application, then you will draft the test cases. Usually most of the companies, there may be a test lead to write these application test cases. If not, then all the testers will be able to complete these test cases. So during our course, we will be writing these test cases one by one. Okay. What are the test cases? I'll give you one simple example, very simple example. I think with this slide, we'll close this today's session, because we'll be opening the floor for question and answers. After that, we can continue in the next class. But I want to complete this slide. So I'll just give you a simple example for test cases. Okay, I want to go to buy a cup. Okay, I went to a shop. There are so many nice cups around. Then you will see, right? You have so many things. How do you choose the cup? You will choose a cup as per your requirement, right? You came with some kind of mindset to the market. Okay, hey, this color I saw, it's nice. I want to buy this one. And I want to buy a cup with a saucer. So it looks nice also. I can take nice pictures and it's easy for anyone to drink coffee or tea in it. So you will go there, you will see the cups. So what are the things that you will normally consider while buying the cup? Hmm? Okay, I will tell now, like whether the size, you will see the size. Oh, this is so big, I don't want. This is so small, I don't want. I want this particular size. So size you will see, color you will see, and how the look it's showing, the finishing, how the finishing is. And you will also see, whether it's easy for me to hold it or not. There will be a ring kind of thing, right? I prefer that thing, or somebody else may not prefer that thing. So this is my requirement. I want some handle to be there. Okay. I want some kind of decent light color. Okay. I want medium size. I don't want too big or too small. Okay. I want smooth finish. So these kind of things you will have, right? So this is exactly a test case. Whenever you are getting the product tested, you know the requirement, right? Requirement is already given in the business requirement document. So along with that, you will be testing the product, whether the product is okay with that requirement or not. So, and then these are the small test cases, and you will go deeper also, these kind of test cases. Okay, how much tea it can hold, right? And how much heat it can hold, right? How much heat it can hold. So these kind of things will be there. Once you write these kind of test cases, you will write the test cases, whether the size is medium as per the requirement, whether the color is dark as per the requirement, whether the finishing is smooth as per the requirement, so on, so on. You will write these test cases. Then after that, you will show to the business people, review. But then you will go for the review. Okay, the same thing I put here as the Rails tab. So Rails tab also requirement, as per requirement, you will write the test cases. Then you will review the test cases with the business team or IT team. You will sit with them and you will go through all the test cases. So these are the things I wrote. So based on your test cases, they may give some comments or they may ask you to add more things. They will ask you, yeah, you put that how much heat it's holding, but did you write how much temperature it's holding? And did you write whether the heat is coming outside? If a person will hold the cup, if he feels the heat, then it's no point, right? So these kind of things they will tell you to add on. So based on the review, you will add more test cases or you will remove test cases. So this is called the reviewing the test cases. Usually it will happen with the business team, or if the business person tell that no, this is a bit kind of technical things are there. So better I want my IT team to review with you. Then they will tell the testers to sit with the IT team to go through the test cases. So 1, 2, 3, we have completed the test cases. Then fourth one is executing the test cases. Okay. Then you will actually test the test cases, but in our current scenarios, we are doing the manual testing. You will implement all the test cases that is written in your document. Okay. Run the test case in UAT environment. UAT environment, don't worry now because this one is a very important concept. I will explain to you in the further classes, so don't worry about that. So you will execute the test cases. Then while testing, you may come across some bugs or defects, right? So that those defects you need to log in somewhere. Every company will follow some kind of ticket tool to follow on it. So you will be raising these defects. We'll say in the technical term, as mentioned, whenever there is a chance, whenever you need to communicate about all these things, try to use the technical terms only. Of course, it will take some time, but try to use only the technical terms. Then people will think, oh yeah, this she got some technical knowledge as well. No, and also it's a motivation for you. You can go further to improve your knowledge in the technical ways. Okay, so there should be a bug tracking tool in all the companies. So you will raise it. Okay, for example, the cup case only. Okay, I thought that user should not feel heat when he holds it outside, but it's showing very hot. It's showing hot when we touch the cup. It should not be the case. Then you will raise it as a defect. Defect means what? Not as per the requirement. something is wrong as per the requirement. So we need to fix it to go as per the requirements given. So that is why you will report it. Once report is done, okay, developer will start, yeah, we'll fix it soon. You can retest it again. We will fix it. We will make the cup again. Then you can retest it. Then they will give it back to you. So after everything is done, regression testing also, I'm not talking about this now. This one is also very important concept. So let's leave it for the upcoming slides. Okay. So think that, okay, you know the BRD, what are the requirements, you know, you have drafted the test cases, you went through the review, everything is done, then you executed the test cases, whatever the defects you have raised it, they refixed it and you retested it already. Then after that, you are going to finally sign up for the testing. Okay, once everything is done, once no more bugs are there, you will sign up for the testing. Yeah, these are the steps in the manual testing. Yeah, for this session, that's all. We'll continue with the next lesson. Okay. I hope I'm very clear here. If you have any doubts, you can approach me at any time. Maybe next class you can clarify your doubts, or you can also add in our WhatsApp group. So whenever you get time, we will try to respond it. If not those doubts, I can clarify in your upcoming classes. Yeah. Thank you very much. We'll wind up the session today. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Bye bye.